Well, in today's Health Watch, did you know September is Healthy Aging Month?
Yes, and there are tips to prevent some common age-related health problems to help you and your loved ones. And joining us now is Dr. Scott Joy. He is the Chief Medical Officer for HealthONE Physician Services. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Spending some time with us. Okay, a lot of us like to stay healthy outdoors, especially here in Colorado, but sometimes there are health issues that can hold us back. So what do you recommend?
Yeah, great question. I think when we think about healthy aging, we think about 5 things. So we think about food, we think about sleep, we think about stress, we think about connections, and we think about movement. And I didn't say exercise, but I talk about movement because exercise can sometimes scare some people.
Right.
But really, it's how active can we be in our day. So those are really the 5 areas we like to focus on in addition to managing patients' chronic conditions.
And then that being said, doctor, what are some tips that you can share about how we can stay active and independent as we age?
Yeah, so there's definitely a difference between lifespan, how long you live, and health span, how well you live. So definitely key things to do. Try to quit smoking and don't start smoking if you can. And also limit the amount of alcohol. That's very important. And we get back to that movement issue, and it's really just doing some movement 30 minutes a day. So you don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to lift heavy weights, but doing some simple body weight exercises, walking around one of the great Denver parks for 30 minutes 5 times a week is a great way to stay healthy.
Oh, it's so easy to stay outdoors, right, here in Colorado. So are there any health-related myths people should avoid?
I think a lot of the supplements are thought to have more benefit than they really truly do. So really behavior we like to think is really a miracle drug. So I think a lot of people put a lot of faith in supplements or medicines, and medicines definitely have a place for managing chronic conditions. But really when we look at the impact of clinical care or medical care, it's only 10% of health outcomes. When we look at behavioral change, it's up to 30%. So what we do is much more important than any drug we can give you.
So overall, doctor, would you say the secret to, having a healthy and living longer years is just staying active?
Yep,
perhaps?
that's part of it, and eating well.
Eating well.
So really trying to avoid fried fast foods. Not saying you can never have them, but they should be very limited. So your plate should have a lot of greens, a lot of fruits, healthy grains, but a lot of people get concerned and think they have to go see a nutrition specialist and buy all these supplements. It's really just being thoughtful about portion size and a nice mix of vegetables, fruits, and grains on your plate.
And you could still have French fries every now and then.
Every now and then,
every
exactly.
Now and then. All right. Anything else our viewers should know?
So I think it's real important for your viewers to think about cancer screening. So there are some very good cancer screening. Early detection is super important. So you want to think, if you're a smoker, have you been screened for lung cancer and colon cancer? If you're a female, have you been screened for cervical cancer and breast cancer? If you're an African American male in 40s to 50s, have you been screened for prostate cancer? And making sure you get all your age-appropriate vaccines, because we know we have good opportunities to prevent infectious disease and hospitalizations, so take advantage of that.
All right, Dr. Joy, all good information. Thank you so much for coming and on the show and telling us all of the information. And of course, you can see this interview and all of our health interviews on cbscolorado.com.